in Guatemala. So I actually had a landlord who's a woman who owned the home I lived in, and she spoke Quiche and I spoke Spanish. And I had to find a way to negotiate my rent with
Oh
her
my God.
because I was late one week because I mean you don't get paid a lot. You have a stipend equivalent to about $300 a month that you get being a Peace Corps volunteer. But really, what it's like, it really teaches you. To me, it taught me the importance of just building a relationship with someone, and it's fascinating because you can't always do it through language. Like I can easily connect with you today because we're both speaking English. We're about the same age. I don't know. You're probably younger than me, and we don't have a lot of things in common, but with folks who you don't have as much in common with, it really forces you to be creative and find things that you do have in common. And that was the only way I was successful. So, yeah,
Mm.
like, building water projects and teaching health education and training teachers. And yeah, that's all wonderful. And I'm proud of that. But at the end of the day, I think that you really realize like the power of connecting with people and listening to them to actually be successful. And I try to take that every day on the campaign trail too.
That's so beautiful. I also think it's, communication is so much more than just the words that we're speaking. And it really, when you can't communicate with the same language, it teaches you to tap into body language and emotionality. And it makes you kind of get down to the very essence of what makes people people. And I can see that that would be immensely helpful in any type of leadership position. And so I think that that's incredible. And what a cool experience that you had. So I'm from LA, and as I'm sure a lot of people are, when we think of New York, we think of Manhattan or Niagara Falls or whatever, blah blah blah. And so I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about your district and what's so special about it, and why you love it so much.
Yeah. So I feel like I have to give this geography lesson because so it's so funny because when you grow up in Western New York, quite honestly, the big city I went to was Toronto.
Wow,
We
that's crazy.
yeah, Rochester. So like, and also, I think the drinking age was 19 or something. So in college, you would just
Definitely.
drive to Toronto for the night, shop, and whatever. But like New York City, I had been to a handful of times growing up. Like I didn't even consciousness of a place you go to. So just so everyone knows, like I said, Rochester is a 3-hour drive from Toronto. In fact, we used to have a ferry that could get there in 45 minutes
Oh my God.
across Ontario, but it's actually like a 6 to 7 hour drive to New York City. Like New York is huge. And I used to laugh because in Guatemala, first of all, they all thought I was an Obama, which I didn't have a problem with. Guatemala because it was during Obama's. They also thought every time I said I'm from Nueva York, I was thinking New York State, and they'd say La Gran Manzana, which is the Big Apple in Spanish. And I was like, sure, I'm from the Big Apple because I can't explain to you state. But I can explain to all of you. So Rochester is a wonderful city. It's like where Kodak started. Like Kodak still has such a legacy here. We have all the museums and all the places. It's a place that Frederick Douglass lived most of his life. Susan B. Anthony. Like this is the legacy of our city. And it's also like a lot of cities surrounded by suburban areas where suburbs became popular. And then very rural areas. So, we've got like the Finger Lakes, which is beautiful wine region in New York. And this district goes through all of that. So, it has the city of Rochester, which is like a small to medium sized city. And then some of our suburban communities, but really everything kind of goes to the heartbeat, which is our city, right? Like that's where our business is, the restaurants, all of those sorts of things. And then our surrounding communities really kind of into that heart. And then I think that